Talk with Amber. And today's show is The Woman That Inspires Me. So, in this show, I invite those guests which are very dear to me. Of course, all my guests are dear, but these are specifically those women who has during their lifetime done certain things that has become an inspiration in my life. So, my guest today is Dr. Shamina Haq. Thank you, Shamina, for joining us tonight. Sharmina, you're mute.
Yeah, it's okay now.
Okay, yeah. And
Thank you, Amber.
you're very welcome. And special thanks to Sharmina because she's joining us from UK and it's 2 p.m. right now there. So I have really woken you up and lots of other things going on in your life right now, busy timing. And today, because we have the sunlight saving time, that has messed our time up as well. So I
Yeah, it is. But it's a pleasure always be invited by you, so it's not a problem at all.
Thank you. You're so kind. So, a little bit about Dr. Shamina is you have done your MBBS. You did diploma in dermatology from UK, special training in cosmetology in India, Investa Cosmetology from Qatar, and CEO Dr. Sharmina in Skin Clinic, visiting consultant Face on Laser Center, visiting consultant Priva Health, and ex consultation Kia Skin Clinic. So, lots of
Journey,
journey, and it's international as well,
it is.
between
Mm-hmm.
UK, Qatar, India, Bangladesh. And, you're a mother as well of, mashallah, three boys, correct?
Correct.
Boys.
Yes.
And being a mother of boys, because, I know it's more energy driven. You have to have energy all the time.
All the time. Yeah, true.
Yes. And on top of it, you're mashallah so pretty, and you're in the
Thank you.
yeah, you're welcome, and in the field of cosmetology. So today we're not going to talk about your field and things, but again, everything becomes from life, work, and home. My question to you is, how do you juggle um, everything, and especially being on a field which is such in demand right now, because society and it's becoming more beauty driven and artificiality driven.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Amber, it's true. How to juggle all these things together. Basically, you have to actually organize. You have to have a plan ahead that how you're going to cope with all the things. Because when we are born, we are a girl, we are a daughter of someone. Then we become either a sister, okay? Then you get married, then you get a wife, then you become a mother. So three roles in a woman's life carries on. Then again, you have, if you are professional, then you also have to keep in mind that you have to keep up your profession with your household things. So
Mhm.
you have to make sure that you organize all these things, very correctly. So if you can organize everything, then you can actually go ahead with your profession, and also you can be a good mother, and you can also be a good housewife and a daughter and a sister. It's all about making everything in an organized way.
So is it possible to be good in all chapters?
I will say it's a very big challenge for a woman to be 100% in everything. But if your partner, if your parents, if your in laws, if your siblings, if your kids are also in that mindset that no, we will not expect 100% from my mother or from my wife or my sister, my daughter in law, because she's a professional. So
Mhm.
if everybody sacrifices in their own way, then obviously you can manage in an organized way.
Okay. So, because we are here in terms of Women's International Month, so what I'm going to ask you is, um, just as a woman, you know, uh, the first thing that you think in life, which is very difficult, and I'm talking about, keeping in mind of today's society,
Mhm.
what do you think is the most challenging thing for us as women is right now?
Uh, Nowadays, the biggest challenge I think a woman face if she's in a profession to maintain a professional life, and same time if the kids are still growing up, to give 100% to the kids, because when the kids are growing up they need more attention
Mhm.
from the mother or from the parents. So if both the parents are working, especially the mother is also working, then it's very difficult. So that's the thing that I face sometimes, that I can't give that much time to my kids. So I try to make up that with my kids as much I can. So I think that is the biggest challenge. Other thing also, being a professional, women also face also lots of challenge at workplace, because sometimes it's a big barrier being a woman, that you can do certain things, you can't do certain things. So this is the biggest challenge I face at workplace sometimes.
Absolutely, you're right. So, at the same time, do you think us being South Asians have to deal with more stigma at work? Because I know right now you're in UK. Um, so there are, difference in society, and we've been taking differently when we are South Asians versus somebody from a different culture. Do you feel that way, or if there is any?
Yeah, because you know what, Amber, before in the past days, being a part of South Asian countries, we always face this challenge. But now it's changing. Women are coming forward. We are taking a change that no, we can also do it. The women that they face changes in both ways. Sometimes they face the problem from house, that you can't go out for after certain time, you
Mhm.
have to come back at home after before this time. This is the biggest challenge that you face. Also the South Asian women face a challenge that this household work hasn't been done properly. You haven't done certain things like cooking, household keeping, certain household normal things. Also on the other hand, you're pressurized at workplace, that being a woman you can only do certain things, you can't do overwork, you can't stay back at office for certain things or certain meetings or something. So both way the Asian women face these kind of problem, you know so we have to actually come out from this and say that no, we women can actually professionally do certain things. And we have to also have that mindset that if I am staying out of hours for work, it's for work.
Absolutely, you're right. So, my question is that, we have progressed a lot from where 20 or let's say 50 years ago. As a Women International movement has started, it's 100 years old. It started from where women were not allowed to vote. And now where we are, women are, marching for anything. Sometimes there are certain things which I also sometimes agree and disagree, but the freedom of speech is there. As a professional woman, do you think that are we misread at times from our own families or our own, loved ones?
Yes, sometimes you are misread, that women can't take certain decisions, or their decisions are not right. But uh, end of the day, what we say is right, because we think about lots of other factors rather than only thinking of only one factor. So when we think of any outcome, or we give any opinion, we think of several branches, that what can happen, what cannot happen. So I think the woman's thinking is much broader than a man's thinking. Yes, so sometimes, yes, I do face these kind of challenges, but you have to have a good life partner as well, who can, understand you, and
Mhm.
they have to be very supportive on your opinions and your profession.
Absolutely. So, what is your advice to the people who don't have the partner who's on the same page with you? Um, what would you say?
Yeah, we have to make them understand. So it's not that you don't do a fight or don't end up of fighting or arguing on it. You have to be very, you have to give them some points. Why you taking it? Why you taking this decision? Or why you making this kind of opinion? So if you make them slowly understand that what is your thinking, you also are human being, so you have your own thoughts. If you make them understand, quietly, calmly make out your own points. I think every human being at the end, they think about it. It might be that not at that same time they will realize, but if it once inputted in your brain, you will think over the time. So over the time, always there will be a good change.
Yeah, we're having a lot of audience joining us. So, Nazu Begum is watching. Many people are watching, and I can't actually read Bangla. So, if you see the comment,
Have a look. No, actually.
so anyway, we're gonna keep moving along, and
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Devdas said something in Gulabi Urdu, which is difficult to read. औरत माँ हो uh, औरत माँ हो तो सरापा दुआ बहन हो तो हया
बेटी हो तो हया,
बेटी Mhm.
बहन हो तो दर्द अशना, बीवी हो तो मेहर ये वफा और बीवी। कवि दुर्गा, कवि सरस्वती, कवि काली, कवि मूर्ति। औरत तेरे कितने रूप है, कभी कभी मेरे दिल में ये इश्क पैदा होता है, कहीं तो खुदा तो नहीं। Yeah, Mr. Devdas, he has given a very good quote. A very good quote. Yes, actually, a woman is a multitasker. I will say, even like Amber, as you said, that 100 years ago we started this revelation. Now we can vote, and we are coming forward. We are making lots of changes worldwide. The women are in some leaderships also.
Mhm.
Yes, actually, we are multitasking,
Mhm.
I guess. So we are multitasking. I will not say the men's are not, but over men's, we women's are more multitasking.
That
Thank you, Mr. Devdas.
thank you for making us feel good. But at the same time, because we do, Allah Subhanahu wa Taala, God has given us this ability to bring a human life in this world. And there's always two ways of looking at things, glasses half full, on each side. Sometimes some very religious leaders do say that or woman is given this pain of childbirth because of the
Exactly.
time of Eve, whatever happened. There's many, quotes, and some people agree, some disagree. It's the way you look at it. But I do have to say that, Sharmina, that no matter how much we have developed, there's always ups and downs in life. And I think as a professional working woman, your challenges are always higher and more difficult than people who don't have to face those. And the sympathy that you get from people that you want, it's limited. What do you think about that?
Yeah, it is actually. You expect that you will get certain kind of sympathy, but it's very hard to get. Okay, so don't expect that you will get a sympathy. Try to be yourself beyond expecting any sympathy for yourself, because whatever you're doing first. You have to think that I'm doing it for myself. If I'm happy for myself, then I can keep everybody happy. So I personally don't prefer to have any kind of sympathy for anyone if they realize that's a bonus for me. But I do to make me happy. So if I'm happy, I can make everybody happy. So I believe in that.
Such a beautiful thing that you said, and it is such an important thing and a very important message. I have to make myself happy in terms of making anybody else happy, because many a times we're just stuck in making other people happy.
Yeah, if we go round and round that I have to do this, so that person will be happy. I have to do this, so that person will be happy. So don't go around making people happy. Make sure that you are happy first. If you're happy inside, then obviously it will show outside.
So, as we are progressing, we have Sadia Khan saying, hi, you both beautiful Bangladeshi ladies. Amir Hamza has joined us. That's one of our very old viewers.
Yeah, I remember.
So wonderful to see, Doctor back on the show. So,
Thank you.
and I'm having, my own friends are texting me, Dr. Anita, which is your friend as well.
Yeah, hi Anita.
So she's saying hi, and Sahar is also saying. So, anyways, let's talk about difficult questions. As a woman, one thing that you feel that we have not progressed in that area, and if you have the ability to change, what would that be?
I will say in profession, sometimes in certain departments, a woman face a challenge, about any kind of progression, either a promotion in her post or giving any presentation or anything that where the men feels a challenge taking it from a woman. So I think in this field, if we women can come forward, make them that it's not a challenge. Don't, you know, differentiate in between a man and woman. A woman can also have that ability to be, something more can do something more better than a man. So don't take as a man woman thing. Take it as a, a work colleague. So don't bring these things up. A woman can work always better than a man, or a woman can even work better than another woman. I will not say it's only between men and women. It's all, sometimes it can be between two women as well, you know. So just be, what you are. And sometimes in I will say in your personal life also, you face these same kind of challenges, where you're not getting appreciated, or certain things used to be done like in certain ways, but now things are changing, so we have our own, variation of doing a same thing of work. So
Mhm.
these things have to be appreciated. These new changes have to be accepted as well.
Mhm. Definitely. Um, so I absolutely agree with you that, even our own mothers would say that, we did things in our generation in that way, and now
So
you
you have to also do it in this way.
correct. And then there's
But
always,
it's
absolutely.
a digital world now, so everything is changed.
Mhm.
So why you waste time doing it in old way if you can have it done in an advanced way? So,
Yeah,
welcome these changes.
absolutely, absolutely. So that leads to another question, which I'm gonna later on explain it to you. So, um, when you read newspaper, do you still get a newspaper in your house? Let me just ask you that. And do
Uh,
you read?
At the moment, we are not because of Corona. So for the pandemic, it's a lockdown. So no, not at the moment. But obviously, it's a digital. So you can just go on the websites and get the newses.
Absolutely. I was actually asking one of my dear friend this morning that, do you still get newspaper in your house, and if you do you read it, or do you prefer? So they responded that, I prefer to get it on the, digitally, because digitally it's uploading right away as the time is passing by. The newspaper
Exactly.
is coming, like, there's 12 hours to 8 hours difference. So that, to your point exactly, that, life is changing constantly. Change is one constant thing, which is keep changing, and that's the consistency of it. And us as humans, we also have to get used to it. Now, with the pandemic, so much has changed around us within this time frame as well. One thing that you have learned out of it, give me one good and one bad.
One good, that we can do everything even at from home because we are digitally so advanced. So for me, I can say that I can carry on my profession by video consultation. I can do my household work and can. So this is a good thing. And one more good thing is that I can spend more time with my kids now at home. And one bad thing I will say that sometimes we get lazy nowadays. We because we are at home. Okay, I will do it. Okay, I will do it. So we are getting a little bit lazy. But I will say the good thing is that yes, this pandemic is teaching us that we human being can adapt any situation, good or bad.
Absolutely. Getting more comments. Important point, changes in the way to go. Next comment is also from Mr. Dev Das, is happiness तकदीरों में होनी चाहिए, वरना तस्वीरों में ही अ, खुश रहने वाले नजर आते हैं, something like that, which means that people just smile for the pictures and it's artificial. See the point. I'm gonna get the next question. Is there anything you would not like to change?
There is anything I don't want to change. I don't want to change that we are women. Don't need to forget that we are women. We can do a multitasking job. So I don't want to change any of it. No, I don't want to change any of it. I want to bring more success, or more progress in women's career. And I want to make people more to change their mentality about women and their progression. Don't stop it, bring
Yeah,
them out.
more adaptable.
Exactly.
But that's so difficult, Hermina. See, that brings another point that we can have another show on. That being adaptable is not is something which is not in everybody's takdir, or let's say ability.
No, you know what? I will say because we in now our generation, what we are facing, because our mothers, or I will say our parents, they come from a different background where there are certain group of people were educated, where was progressing, while some was still inside the house, which facing this challenge that woman can't come out. So there was two different things at that time. So now most of us, we are facing this problem that no, we women will come out. But in future, what we have to think is for the next generation that yes, girls, go out, work, okay, but adapt your new changes. Don't stick onto our old changes, because every day everything will be changes. So if we us at this time can adapt the new things, so the next generation can be in more progression.
Yes, absolutely. You said such a beautiful thing. But most of the time, in the serial and dramas, we also see that the same woman, when she's going through her life as a daughter-in-law, with her mother-in-law, but when she, after the changes, when she becomes a mother-in-law, she start acting up the same way as she was treated to. That, and our dramas, the soap operas, are actually teaching the same thing, because I think that the TV dramas has a lesson, instead of making it in a positive way. I'm going to take the next question. It is here. In today's time, nothing should go back to normal. We need new ideas and creativity to reach all people. That Shaniqua. Very well said. There were some things. Oh, Anita Azam said, "Well said." So that was the last comment. Um, I know we're coming very close to our time. The time flew just like that. I do want to, because previously when we were having some conversation, I wanted to bring that up because you're a cosmetologist and you're a beauty guru, I should say. you you enhances the beauty in women and make them feel beautiful about themselves, which is, I think, a sadka jariya. That's such a psychological impact. So at the same time, you get to see people in many different ways. People
Mhm,
asking some possible and impossible demands, and at the same time, you get to see many different variations of humanity.
mhm.
Um,
True. Mhm.
so I know you did mention once that somebody came and said that fix her from top to bottom.
Bottom. Yeah, exactly. Thing is, nowadays we're seeing all kind of advertisement of being fair, spotless skin, a flawless skin, a glowing skin. Okay, these are all advertisement, but practically, if you think, okay, nobody can be without a spot. Okay, nobody can be flawless. What we require is, we have to be healthy in mind, healthy in, in your physiology, in your body. And you need a healthy skin. It doesn't have to be a white fair skin, which in our Asian community counts a lot, that this girl is not fair, she is dark, oh no, little dark, she has this kind of spots. These things have to come out. You have to have a good healthy skin. Ultimately, that counts. If you have a good healthy skin, that's the biggest blessing, I will say. And if you're fair or if you're brown, it doesn't matter, because we are not making ourselves, or our parents are not making ourselves. Is Allah Ta'ala who is giving us this color, and we are born with it. So if you don't like, because I face sometimes problem with the new brides, okay, going to be a bride, that there are a demand from the in-law side that this girl have to be fair, or from, even from workplace now, girls going and facing interviews, sometimes they don't feel confident, that they're not fair, they're not good looking. uh, so they're not facing interviews, they want to be, first fair and good looking, then they're having the confidence. I think for the girls out there, the confidence is what it's in your education, how you're going to present it, what you have graduated from, how can you deliver that. It's not on your face. Yes, obviously you have to have a grooming, but it's not that you have to be fair.
Absolutely.
And for the brides as well, if the in-laws are saying that you have to be fair from top to bottom, don't go and marry them, because afterwards you will create more problem. You're giving them the scope from the first hand. So if they're not happy with you, don't go and marry them. That's my thing.
Yeah, and
Don't create any problem for future.
Mhm.
Solve it beforehand.
Yep, absolutely, because they're never going to be happy. They're never going to be satisfied if you just concentrating on the, external beauty, which is going to go away. Nothing is
Exactly.
permanent in life. So, next question I have, Liz Rodriguez. Thank you, ladies. Any advice for young girls when it comes to change? What would you say to them?
For youngers, when they're having the changes, they will face lots of new experiences, like it can be a small acne or hormonal changes. So just maintain a good healthy lifestyle. So that will include a good healthy diet, okay, and also a good skin routine. So the routine is very basic, it's not expensive. Just use a proper face wash, a toner, a moisturizer, and a sunscreen. That's all for the young girls. If you do it properly, clean yourself, make the hygiene properly. That's all.
Another question is, Amir Hamza, is beauty important for love to be alive?
I don't think so. If you love a person only by the beauty of outside, that will never last long. If you love the person of the beauty from inside, that love will last forever.
That is absolutely true. with your beautiful words, this would be the last question I'll say, because we're gonna end on that, and the time just flew like this. Uh, and I really thank you, Sharmina, for joining me. And I know you're staying up late for me. You
Oh,
know,
it's a pleasure, Amber. Always having a chat with you. Not a problem at all.
yeah, I wish you all the best and good luck. I know you're doing lots of awesome things in your own, life, and doing more development for your own self, professional development, and I wish you all the best. With this, I take the permission from our audience, and Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz. Thank you. Be safe in the pandemic. Khuda Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.